Yeah, I don't think goes to... Oh, that was actually pretty nice. The riposte here onto the Maokai as the damage is slow to come out to start here for Gen G's top side as so many turret shots go into the Renekton as now we finally have the ult come out from the Maokai and Doran will get the kill, but it trades 2 for 1 in favor of Rascal.
Double here for Rascal. Amazingly played, using his dashes extremely well there, and this is with a massive minion wave, and I think that considering Peanut doesn't have 6 at the start of this fight, as soon as this riposte hits, you have to be really careful about how you're going to fight this one out. Peanut hits 6 here, then decides he's going to ult back in to lock Rascal down, and the aggro, unfortunately, just goes straight to him. And then Doran, on the other side of the fight, though, you know, Gen G played it patiently. Chovy waits for the overextension. This, Rascal.
Stunned under the turret. That is not a good look. Doran wishes he had a... Okay, he's got his flashback, waited for his CDs. And he doesn't have to wish for anything. He gets right in range and shuts down Rascal.
Finally gets a clean shutdown there onto Rascal in the side lane, not following him anymore. But you take a look at the vision here, Gen G get caught a little bit, right? Chovy's in an awkward spot here. Does have to chase the rest of this team, but doesn't go in. Okay, we're not done yet in here, in live.
Yeah. Okay, Chovy is going to be eventually 100-0. He goes down, barrel included on the side of DRX, and it is just a rout once again. Kroko, the only one left available. Gen G look pretty primed to take this first game against DRX as another snipe comes in. It's not quite enough damage as Kroko will die to Jin.
Sad times, just a range of that turret there with the punch.
He's sponsored by
There you go. He's got that Omen logo on his gun. I think what sets teams like Gen G apart from, you know, Gen G is an S-tier team, right? What sets them apart from A-tier teams in the LCK and around the world is their ability to make calls like going for that Infernal Drake, right? And splitting. As this is just a really clean fight, punishing DRX's desperation. Like, everything that this is for DRX is just trying to set up a trap, trying to catch somebody on rotation here.
DRX, we have enough early pressure. We should be able to challenge it. It's getting pretty low as the Cyclone does come in, get some really nice value onto the front line onto Rascal, and the final chapter hits the entirety of the choke point, so everybody gets rooted up and has to get out, and Chovy will just pick up a bonus kill. Make it 2! As Chovy is fed at 9 minutes into the game, and Gen G got the first Rift Herald after DRX committed to it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is looking rough. I don't want to call it a Zeri moment. I won't certify that, but it is a lot of money into her pockets. And, I mean, I think Chovy doesn't have Smite here. Could have actually potentially grabbed this Herald as he comes through here. But look at the choke point control from the Yumi.
50 goes. Still has Hextech Ultimatum. I think Chovy's kind of not in a great spot. He's going to ult over, but Rascal's got another hook shot. And there's the ultimatum. Should be a... Oh, nice timing on that one. But the bubble is going to kill him. That's actually pretty unfortunate for DRX, but at least they do shut down Chovy.
I think you could almost read Beryl saying sorry about that one there, but trying to help secure that kill. Still 2 turrets for this play. One in mid and an inner on the bottom side here as Peanut commits with Doran. So get gold where you can get it, DRX, but Gen G are out-trading you on the map, macro-wise.
Oh, Pay's just going to ult here. He's just going to be able to dodge everything. He's got a Yumi on his back, too. He's kiting this out perfectly. Once again, just kind of left running away with their tail between their legs. Not much they could do in this fight as Pace is over the wall. And the stun is not going to land here from Fate as he has to flash, and he is not getting away. Pace will pick up the double, I believe, at the end of this one. Nope, it's a triple. 4-0 and 2 for the Zeri.
Oh, baby, the triple. Bronco sitting on the
camera.
Yeah, Kronko's sitting over there, you know, clapping his hands, saying, "That's my boy. I know it for sure." And I think in this game we've seen a different type of skill expression than we saw in the last, right? And this is Paze's 3rd game on the champion, right? And obviously the first 2 he's playing, perhaps not for long. I think it's, well,
he's fine.
He's okay, but the Nexus is not, sadly. I believe Paze's KDA was 705 in the last series, or last game, rather.
Wow, they're actually going to back away. Peanut dies to the turret.
Okay. All right.
What a weird ending.
I mean,
to this one.
it is, believe it or not, like, Soul was taken pre-25 minutes.
Yeah.
because Peanut had an early sneak of the first Drake, and they got all of them. And the respawn timers at this stage are still fairly low, and this is a more extended trade, so they can survive here. But normally, I would not recommend standing this close to a Camille composition as the Zeri that has a Sejuani, etc. But Hayes, in this case, just doesn't care. He's got a cat on his shoulder, and he's just going to run forward here and chip away.
Too bad for DRX, but maybe just a little bit. Okay, Doran. He is just going to go into the fountain. Does not matter. Hayes looking for a little bit of penta action, and the minions said no. They're going to put an end to that nonsense, as Gen G will stomp in the first series here. The Saturday Showdown, the first one, they showed a lot and put DRX down.
DRX come into this season as defending world champions, but Barrel holds the LCK logo at the opening. He's the last DRX member left and the last DRX member on stage here as well, giving the fist bumps to the side. Oh no, okay, it wasn't the last one. Looks like he was there in that shot. But anyway, he is the last remaining member, right?
6 in a row. Definitely some nice names on that list, including Umpty, I believe.
Yeah, speaking of Umpty, I'm going to go for the flash here.
This is the most Giga Chad. I mean, what can you say? This is the way. I mean, Peanut kind of championed it, and he's going to try to go over the wall here, but you're going to get knocked off, and he's not even going to bother flashing because he knows he's already done Umpty. Amazing gank, perfectly timed, very well read, right when the lane was in a perfect spot. Nicely done by Henna and Effort as well.
Yeah, Henna and Effort putting the wave in this place, and you can get kind of tricked, I think, as the Zeri Yuumi, when you're starting to take some trades like that. You have that sustain into thinking like, wow, I can get this wave into the mid part of the lane, and we're not going to be under that pressure early. And, you know, Ward in the
bringing the ult out here as flashing away from the tidal wave. Taeyun is getting on top of Henna, but it's not quite enough as they do get pretty low as well. And guess who's bot first? It's Umpty and it's Karis. I don't think this is going to end well for Taeyun and Moham, as Taeyun will go down. Moham is not quite able to jump as he did get rooted. That is a couple of kills. And the trade was really close, but guess what? The difference maker is Umpty and Karis.
Sometimes you're looking at the small things, the micro fight there, in terms of dodging there. That was beautifully played from Taeyun, but the big macro picture is your mid laner's not coming down faster. Umpty's got the fast track. You know where Youngjae is, or where he isn't specifically in this case, is backing you up. And you've got to remember, too, that Bulldog knows that Karis has the fast track. He should be calling this out, and it's a group up for Drake, right? This is the timing in which everyone on Breon is trying to come over here and take this second Drake anyway. So what could have been a really cool play there for Taeyun on this Herald is a lot tougher than it looks. It may just reset. Henna's going to go just straight mid.
He's like, yeah, enough with that. Can I just Gale Force someone in mid? Oh, well, you found your option. He is dead. Karis with a massive scat of the week. And that is going to alley-oop. Nice amount of damage comes out from Henna as well.
Yeah, just burst damage there with the ultimate 2 coming through, and that's the end of Zeri. And it was really risky for Kwangdong to latch onto this Herald, but knows how far away Morgan is in this fight, and the Maokai ultimate coming through. You feel like maybe with that, and of course the Nami ult coming through, you could save him. So you feel pretty immortal starting that one up. A little bit greedy with the turn there.
The camera as well. As we track him out of the top side, Effort is in no man's land, nearly dies to the Sejuani. And now Henna is alone as TPs are coming in. This is a wild fight, as Youngjae might be the one guy who gets left out to dry, and he absolutely will be, as a massive Gnar jumps over the top and takes him down. So now no jungler for Kwangdong.
Oh, this was so well handled from Bro. At the beginning it looked very worrisome, as they're going to try to maybe look for a split push here to win the game. TP coming through. Morgan sees it, though. It's really easy for Bro to just back off here and defend. They'll stop the Baron this way, though.
Taeyun also walks straight into a scatter. Just straight into it, like perfectly on the timing of where that was going to drop down. And Kwangdong now a little bit out of sorts, as Bulldog is not even able to take down Henna. Very nicely handled there. So very desperate attempt to push and end the game. Again, there's no inhibitor there.
It's just a Hail Mary at this point. You're just hoping that...
So now Bro can end the game.
Yeah, you're just hoping that Bro gets stuck on Baron and you could delay, but you don't have good delay. You telegraphed it with a teleport, and Karis is like, all right, let's sandwich.
Telegraphaport?
Yes. And you get the best target.
It's the new name.
And
anyway, continue.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much else to say here. They stopped the last attempt there from Kwangdong, and The side laning was so close to turning this one, but they didn't have enough time.
Dudu is pretty strong, but again, he's alone. And unfortunately, Youngjae tries to get in there and immediately dies. So that was not the call from Kwangdong. They are not able to get the split push. They are not able to challenge the Baron, and Breon rather will take game number 1, as this is a rout, unless Dudu has, rocket boots and he's just going to run down mid or something, but not looking likely.
TP anymore because he TP'd to the fight, and I would love to hear the comms in that moment for Kwangdong, because it seemed like there was a very split call between delaying and actually just forcing the fight. Bro more decisive, and that's going to be it. Nothing clean about it, but I thought we had a fantastic early game for Breon, right? They managed solution comp very well. They controlled the map. They had insane vision setup, trapped the Jax multiple times. Eventually, he became too tough to stop, though, in a side lane. And it started to look like, Kwangdong could come back here if they keep getting these side lane pushes, delaying the Baron. Infinity Edge comes up for Zeri. Suddenly, we're talking about GA, and it started to look like, oh man, Dudu almost did it. But in the end, they make the call to turn down the Baron a little bit late. The TP comes through. They just kind of throw everything into that fight and lose the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Brr. Oh. Fnatic. What?
The sneaky Fnatic gets him every time.
Coming. Yeah. Okay. Bro. Nicely done. But that was that certainly could have gone either way. Right? That there were about 20 minutes there where I was unsure who was going to win. And that's not very common. So, CV Max.
Pretty massively in favor of Kwangdong Freaks here, but all of it on that Victor. Sejuani getting a tiny piece of it. But yeah, I am curious how that started off for Effort. We're going to see an ult here from Morgan.
And he's going on in. He's looking for this kill. He's under the turret. Dudu just taking a pretty nice amount of damage, but he resets the aggro. He's still going in on this one. He gets really close, but he can't get the kill, and Morgan is going to win in this top trade.
Yep. Good flash there. Holds it to the last possible second. Really well managed here by Morgan. Somebody just spammed a bunch of pings. I heard that. I don't know what it was. Somebody's respawning or something. Might have been
flash down for Morgan, perhaps.
Yeah, that's probably the one. Either that or just spamming Morgan's alive. Oh, so Effort here just deep to look for the ward over the wall and gets caught. Just as simple as that. Committing a summoner as well to try to get out. Still going to get caught by the Sejuani ult. And the kill given over to Taeyun. Well played.
I'm not sure about Bro going in for this, but they do have... Oh, the stun was massive from Youngjae to stop the follow-up from Morgan. And that means that, meanwhile, Dudu's just taking a turret, by the way. He's like, yeah, you guys don't need me. We're going to win that one anyway, and it's actually a good read because they didn't need him. Kwangdong Freaks take control of the river, and they should get this Inferno.
Now, Breon do have a control ward there on the Baron pit, so there's a little bit of a possibility they could try to make something happen here, but the health bars are too low. They don't have any real ultimates for the turn here. They're all coming back online. Umpty's not here. Morgan using his in the previous engage. Doesn't have an R-bar or anything like that. So this is just going to be Kwangdong Freaks winning the war of attrition and taking this Drake away. That stun that you mentioned from Youngjae.
But it is perfect for Kwangdong, as immediately the Kasante is blown up, actually, but still the chase much better on the side of KDF as they were able to get in. So much for that timing, as Kwangdong are able to make the best of it.
So many types of engage here. The scatter misses. Oh, Morgan.
He's trying to make this happen, actually, in Meganar. He is going to make it happen into the wall as Morgan baits them into that one, but Bulldog is so incredibly strong, they're all kind of running away from him.
He's got a cat on his back.
Yeah, so Morgan's going to be the sacrifice here, it looks like, as he does get zippity zapped down, but... The rest of them, at least, will survive, I guess.
With this build, he can't do Drake by himself or anything like 17. That. He's level 17. Doesn't have Leandri's. Still be pretty questionable to start the Drake even if he did, but with this build, I think he's just going to be leaving it as it is. As a scatter misses just barely here, and Karis takes a ton of damage.
Again, Umpty is tanky, but is he tanky enough is the question. In goes the Kasante, but we do have the stopwatches either way, and the knockup comes out from Dudu onto the Lucian, and that should do it, as Dudu is able to be heroic at the very end. We will have a TP into the base, but it's 5 members of Kwangdong that will push mid.
Looks like we're going to a Game 3, our second of the season, Valdez. losing that flash and the cleanse earlier from Henna, coming back big here in this final fight as he is collapsed on. Great stopwatch.
No minion wave.
I'm doing the casting closing though.
No.
It's like a blessing. It means they win.
Well,
here it comes.
Has full mana. They're trying to zone him away. As this is a cannon wave. Big scan of the week. They're going to get the first one. Morgan, he's got the Meganar, and they're taking so much damage as he's trying to get the stuns in. That is going to be 3, but that's not the stuns he was looking for into the wall. As here comes the Nami, but they'll just focus the Nexus, and that will be good enough. Guangdong Freaks will take game number 2.
This series, it just keeps on giving. Valdez, it's not going home tonight. Not until a third decider match. And we'll see if Stevie Max wants to run it back one more time, as this time it will, of course, be Bro's side selection, as he looks a lot more happy about
energetic.
How this
yeah. Does go down in the end, as Bulldog does a great job of kiting this one out as well. Finally, we see the Emperor's Divide here. A little bit late, as nope, not quite going to hit onto Henna.
Very close. Max damage in the fight goes to the Karma, actually. And that was really clean. From the side of Guangdong Freaks, Dudu just barely survives there at the end of things. And it looks pretty doomed from the outset, except when you consider that Chorus isn't in range to actually follow up on this. And then there's a set of knockups coming through from the Lulu Wild Growth and Young Jay's ultimate. And Dudu just barely gets out here. And that's that. Like, the fight is over. You're trying to now disengage as Chorus.
This should be a solo. It is so incredibly close. As the hop was used, Morgan just needs one more dash to get in range. The Mininar, oh, he's just barely fast enough.
Just barely.
Oh.
Not over yet.
What?
Don't know about that flash, but look.
Should have let him live.
Just kind of speed through. Umpty commits the flash there to guarantee the kill. They want to take this turret down as soon as possible. And if you look at the Baron, the rest of the Freaks are kind of grouped up around there, so do want to make this a speedy play here. Morgan does have his teleport. I think Dudu just really misjudging his damage in this case because he has a cleaver and he thinks he can actually break through.
He's leading the charge as finally he is tanky. He's got Morgan right next to him. Dudu a little bit scary on the back foot, but this looks like Bro's Dragon.
Close to Narbar here is Dudu. Taeyun's still alive.
I'm trying to get on in there and re-engage. The Wukong not able to get in range. The dominance popped here now for Morgan, and Taeyun goes down trying to desperately get the kill onto the Azir. That does not work out. And now it's a bit of a rout as they were looking for a little bit more. Morgan going to pick up the third kill here for Bro as they set their eyes on mid and Baron.
Looks like they're going to be able to take it pretty easily, too. It's a 2-for-2 Drake split now, but that fight looked so incredibly dangerous for Guangdong Freaks the whole way through. As Dudu has no Narbar, he's trying to flank. Youngjae comes in, is instantly collapsed on and punished, has to get out. And then Taeyun dodges one bowling ball from Umpty that almost hits him. If he gets hit by that, he gets slept and the fight is over instantly. But he still doesn't have enough space to actually win it. Dudu tries to traditional error, Valdez.
Okay, wait. What? Okay, Bulldog's just dead, and he TPs. Oh no! He's gonna TP into this. I mean, definitely a Chad maneuver, but I wouldn't have recommended that myself, as now the Wild Growth's gonna come too, and the position of Guangdong Freaks has totally gone to smithereens. I mean, this was not it for them, and Bro,
that might just be the end of it.
They identified it. They're like, wait, really? Okay, we'll just kill you.
Because now, I mean, the Taeyun's going to try to get this bounty goal. It's going to cost a TP to defend here. Just barely gets the TP off, but the turret does go down. That's a weird interaction there as Bro are going to grab this soul point. It's not soul. They don't have Baron, but it's so much money. Again, into the pockets here of Breon. It's so much tempo that can't be regained easily here. As Bulldog, maybe he's trying to mantra Q to check for Kars in that tri-brush, but then decides to go for shield.
Reliance on Youngjae here as the Cyclone is out. He is in the pit, but he is just getting chunked and pushed out of the pit. They get on top of Taeyun as well, but he's able to kite it back. Taeyun's still alive. He's got that support as Bulldog and Moham are just burning around him, desperately trying to keep Taeyun alive, but it was not meant to be in the end as Bro, it looks like they have finally broken this game down. 13-3, 37 minutes, no 7 Drakes, but 6 Drakes, good enough for them.
No Elder flips, none of that. Just going to be solid gameplay around the Drake. The objective. This draft was pretty unique from Bro. I mean, obviously outside of the first phase of the draft, but it worked out so beautifully. Umpty brings back one of his old favorites, the tank Lilia. And unfortunately, Taeyun can't avoid everything.
Oh, there's Megaforce.
Yeah.
I was wondering. And again, this isn't all on Dudu. I think it's more of a team coordination kind of thing. So before you let those fingers fly, think a little bit. As, yes, we are going to have the game ends here. Bro will be taking down the Nexus here in Game 3. 38 minutes in true Breon fashion. They get the job done.
I love how every win for Breon 2 feels like a pop-off. You know, it doesn't matter who the opponent is. Doesn't matter how tough the series was. Umpty stands up like he's won. He's just earned playoffs again, and he's high-fiving his teammates.
Yeah.
And I just love that kind of energy that this team brings. And creativity we did see from Breon in the draft here. We also saw them flex, some different bans in the second phase going into, that second game. I think both of these teams were tested in several aspects of play. The macro, the setup on these objectives, right? The Barons, the Drakes. But we also got to see Bulldog flex his lane prowess. He wasn't able to close the game out, did a ton of damage this game. But, some small errors in team coordination in that side lane. And it was a game, as you said rightfully, it was going to be decided by who makes the fewest mistakes. And when you have this many ways to catch the only real consistent damage on the side of Kwangdong Freaks, those mistakes were just going to happen. They were going to get forced. They were forced errors.
Oh. Ooh. He's like, no, but actually, I mean, yeah, getting in there. Love to see it.
Show and prove, Henna. He has played nothing but Lucian. And so far, looking pretty decent.
Yeah. Some small things here and there, but who doesn't have small things here and there? Bro, no Fnatic this time. No! He definitely heard me.
Yeah, I would say that...
That's his top gap.
There are a lot of players who are trying to change their reputation in the LCK, right? And I think Canada is on that list, right? We did talk about Envy yesterday, and he had that quote, but even someone like Kana, who had a rough season on Nongshim, has really changed his reputation, at least for the first few days of play, right?
Very good stuff. But guys, we are done on the cast. Let's throw it over to the Spacers, Atlas, and Chronicler.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Giga Chad space. I'm, of course, Atlas's Chronicler, and yes, Breon, do it again. Did you ever doubt them, Chronicler?
Yeah. Yeah, I doubt a lot of things in that game. Because you know what the best thing is about Breon games? You get the time to get introspective. And I used that time.
What did you come up with in that time?
This was how I felt most of the game.
Huh.
This is a classic.
This is how I felt.
That's how I felt. Yeah. So, draft.
And it's being pretty successful. However...
Oh, they're going to get the root down here as well as the W on Seductom. He has to flash away, and Peanut is here as he is so dead, but Pace might be traded back. No, there's a heal available, and this looks like disaster for the DRX bottom lane as Gen Z able to easily bait them into that fight.
Yeah, this is the second time, this week where Beryl has taken an early game fight, hoping that he's going to be able to win it in the 2v2 season all-in opportunity, and then ends up getting punished, just not having vision of where Peanut was, and it was outplayed, frankly, by Pace and Delight in the 2v2 there, and Peanut comes in to scoop them up. So 2 kills going over the side of Gen G. What's that assist gold here? As Beryl sees blood in the water when the root comes down, he wants to come over here, and Flash comes in from